Hey everyone, thanks for joining me. Today we'll be doing the long-awaited outfit fundamentals for Kiko Kostadinov. For those of you who don't know, outfit fundamentals is the series I've been doing where we go over one specific designer and their aesthetic, what makes up their outfits, and how you can also capture that vibe and which pieces you can buy so you can look the kind of way that the designer is thinking about, like his aesthetic. So I go a little bit over the story and then I'll tell you piece by piece which clothes fit more the aesthetic and the style of this designer, and then I show you a few outfits of my own. Okay, so Kiko Kostadinov, if you haven't watched my other videos, I suggest you do. I've told the story many times, but Kiko Kostadinov is a Bulgarian designer. He studied in Central St. Martin's in a master's program in London, and where he started developing his first collections and started developing his way of creating clothes. He is very tied to his home of Bulgaria, using motifs and fabrics and colors that he has found from his native land. He has included a lot of pottery designs, especially in the Obscured by Clouds collection, but he's also very tight with workwear. He has been cited, some people have said that he has reinvented the way we show ourselves with workwear and how we wear it, and every season he applies that workwear, that family style, that worker aesthetic into his collections. I think I read somewhere that his dad was a builder, I believe, or something around those lines, and that he was inspired by him. He was a rather obscure designer, but he started getting well known from a few collaborations. He did a very famous one with Stussy, where he made some rebuild patterns, cut some different size t-shirts, sweaters, and stuck them together to create this whole new silhouette. And that's where the name Kiko Kostadinov started resounding people's in all the places. He also started a very famous collaboration with Asics. Kiko said that he loved using Asics while he was in Central St. Martin's. He wore them every day, and I would say that he is probably one of the people who have made Asics cool again, let's say cool again, which is not cool again, but like more widespread, like elevating to the high fashion sphere. He started with his, in his fourth collection, he showed the Jailbirds 1, which came in black, white, and neon. Then came the Jailbirds 2, and finally the Jailbirds 1. It seems like his collaboration with Asics will continue going on. Then he made a collaboration also with Camper for some shoes for his fifth collection, etc. And then Kiko has achieved a cult status. I would say he, in the last few years with the Asics collaboration, he has been rising to everyone's mouths, as it says, and a lot of people are talking to him about his collections, especially for me. The fourth and the fifth collection are one of his best works yet. I mean, I would wear every piece from that collection pretty much. Didn't like it a lot his sixth collection, but now he'll be releasing seventh, so let's see. But he rose to I would say to fame pretty quickly. He was endorsed by Dover Street Market. He achieved a lot of fame and cult status in Japan. A lot of people follow him over there, love his shoes, love his clothes, and I think Dover Street Market Ginza pushes Kiko a lot, so there it is. For me, his clothes are very well made. One of the things Kiko said in one of his interviews is that he makes clothes that haven't been done before, or that he never does something that he can find in his wardrobe. I think he's a very big archiver and has a lot of pieces. I don't remember how many, but there were a ton. So he always wants to make something that hasn't been done before, which I think is a great design ethos. That means each of his pieces are new and something different, original, pretty much. Oftentimes based on another thing, maybe a workwear staple, maybe, as I said, those Asics, right? He completely changed and put his own twist on them with the materials and such. So that's pretty much Kiko Kostadinov's idea and aesthetic as a designer. I gravitated towards the Kiko look, I don't know why. I just really like the shape of his clothes, the whole aesthetic, and then I could mix it a lot with my looks and the way I want to look. Alright, so let's go piece by piece like we always do in our fundamentals. So let's start from the shoes. Alright, so shoes, to dress Kiko Kostadinov is pretty easy, I would say. You can go either two ways. Asics sneakers, it can be some basic Asics sneakers that running the running line basically. So you can go some normal Asics black gel Kayanos, something with neon and black has been used in a few Essence photos that looks great. Then you can also buy one of the collaborations. The first one, Jailburst one, goes for a ton of money, between 600 and 800 I believe in the resale. They're very limited, I think, and not a lot of people bought them. Jailburst 2 is another good option if you want more colors that have to do with Obscured by Clouds, his fifth collection. And then you can also get the Gel Delva 1, which all the sizes are in stock in some places still. They're 300, they're pretty expensive. But if you want that look, that specific Gel Delva look, you can. And then the Camper collaboration sneakers also. But anything that has to do with like Asics, maybe some Salomon, some hiking boots, some workwear sneakers, anything that has that aesthetic, you can pretty much get away with it. If you want to go for cheap, just go from some normal Asics sneakers and you're good. That's pretty much it. Then the trousers. Kiko Kostadinov, as I've seen, and I'm basing this more on my favorite collection, which is the fifth collection, but also what people normally wear and what Kiko Kostadinovs wear more wider pants. So if you can find any trousers that are a bit more wide than normal and that pull a little bit on your shoes, sneakers, that's better. Since for example the Campers are so big and so chunky, they benefit from a wider silhouette trouser. So if you can find some trousers like these, or wider, etc. I'll be sure to link some in the description and the ones I used in my looks. Because if you don't, the problem with Kiko is that he has achieved such fame and cult status that his items sell out very quickly and they never go on sale. Since it's designer prices, his jackets go for 900, 1,000, and the pants as well. If you're willing to pay 700, 800 for a specific silhouette, I think that's okay. But I don't know if I can justify that price right now, to be honest. But each to our own. I'll link a few alternatives down below with some wide trousers go perfect. You can go to a workwear store. You can go anywhere, just wide and pull, and you're set. And the tops, every season he does a different t-shirt, which is pretty cool. You can buy some of those. They look good. They're white or black and have some little design, but any basic tee. And then sweaters, I would say knitted sweaters are very cool. The Tarsia one, this red one is legendary and goes for crazy prices because it's so super limited. I have never actually seen one to buy. So there you go. So sweaters go great, knitted sweaters. Try to stick to the colors if you're inspired by Obscured by Clouds. The pottery colors you can mix with your shoes, etc. There's some Affix Works hoodies also, and some Stussy. Pretty much any simple workwear crew necks, hoodies, or knitted sweaters go great. And then finally on the top, outerwear. Workwear jackets go great. You know, Carhartt, one of my favorite brands, has a ton of cool workwear jackets, vintage workwear jackets. Also in Obscured by Clouds, he showed a few, I would say they were kind of ski jackets and pullovers, which you can find also sort of alternatives that I'll be sure to put in the description, and right here I'll show you a few pictures. There's a pullover which is terracotta and blue. that you can adjust. There's some crop jackets. There was one leather jacket which looked amazing. I'll be sure to put it here for you guys. But so there you go. Also, as I said, right, you have the main line Kiko Kostadinov, right? But then you have Affix Words, which was not conglomeration, but a collaboration between a few designers, which is kind of you get Kiko aesthetic, but with a lot more centered in workwear. You can also Kiko worked with Macintosh, doing 4 collections, 001, 002, 003, etc., which you can get some very cool Kiko design clothes there. They're not so much as his main line, but they definitely have his aesthetic, and you can normally get them on sale. They go for crazy prices, but they go down and sell by half, 70%, something like that. You can get some outerwear there. So that's pretty much it. I hope you have an idea a little bit of what you can wear for the Kiko Kostadinov aesthetic. So now I'll show you my 2 outfits that I put together. Alright, so my first outfit, this outfit I've used a few times, and it's a pretty basic outfit in my opinion. I did it to keep it monochrome, not many colors. I was inspired by his 5th collection a little bit, I think, but I'm always inspired by his 5th collection, which is my absolute favorite. So let's go. So on the bottom we've got my trusty Camper Lab Kiko Kostadinov takes hiking shoes on the low tops. For me, they give a great chunky silhouette, and with the black and the small details, for me it's a great shoe to start basing your outfit from. Then on the bottoms, on the trousers, I've got some white trousers I bought from Uniqlo, which I've been looking. I haven't really decided to buy some Kiko pants yet. It's very hard to get some, but for me these are wide enough that it gives a good silhouette and a good aesthetic together with the shoes. On the top I've got a basic knitted sweater, black, and outerwear I got my 002, I think, yeah, 002 Macintosh a jacket that I already reviewed, that you can check it out here. It's a workwear jacket, Kiko designed it. It has fastening on the torso to make it cinch, but also oversized, which is great. It's very thin. And then as an accessory, I've got a bag, a crochet bag from the 005, this is the collection Obscured by Clouds, to give a little pop of color there. You can wear it without the jacket and it looks great as well. And then finally my second outfit, and a little bit more experimental as I always do it. This one was very inspired by this look from Obscured by Clouds. So from the bottom I've got my Gel Delva, which I've been loving lately. I don't know why. I didn't really like them a lot at first, but now they've been growing on me a lot. And then with some white trousers on top, it gives you a very good silhouette. As I said, these shoes are made to be worn with white trousers. With slim trousers, they don't look very good. And here I'm wearing some gray and red white trousers I found in a workwear shop. They're very wide, and for me they give you that aesthetic I'm definitely looking for. On top I've got this ski jacket that I found on sale that had that terracotta look, terracotta color, sorry, that the same one that Kiko uses. It went together with the bottom of my shoes. I didn't really want to go the tonal look that Kiko shows because I don't like matching that much in real life. In the wrong way it looks great, but in real life, because I have those terracotta shoes that have the same color jacket, I want to crop it a little bit. It's a bit too long for me, but I'm still experimenting with it. And then I've got my Kiko Kostadinov 005 t-shirt with another black long sleeve on the bottom, and then to tie it all off, the Kiko crochet bag, which I'll be sure to show you in another video. Right, so that's it. That's Kiko Kostadinov, one of my favorite designers. As you guys know, I like the more avant-garde aesthetic, the Indonesian aesthetic. And what I do is I mix a little bit of the Kiko aesthetic with mine. And I think it works great. I've seen a lot of people do it as well. Not going full Kiko, but kind of mixing it with your own wardrobe. But Kiko is definitely one of my favorite designers. I'll continue to follow him for a long time. Hopefully this next collection wows me as much as the fifth. But anyways, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you soon.
Para comer aquí fuera. Tu madre quiere.
Muévete un poquito.
Tu madre le gustaría esto pistelado.